Right, into trending topics we go. So let's take a look and see what's trending at the moment. And the first one we've got for you is TS Galaxy. So TS Galaxy, you heard that in the sports news. So they surrendered 2-1 to Sundowns, right?
Yeah, they lost to Sundowns.
And lost 3-2 to Mamelodi Sundowns at Bombela Stadium.
Yeah, so. and interestingly, the talk around this is basically the fact that Galaxy threw away that lead against Sundowns. Sure. So you can just imagine who's actually talking about it. It's some clubs other than TX Galaxy fans, so they are just a bit miffed.
I guess blame them.
Oh, a lot of those writing wanted Sundowns to lose, but of course it wasn't to be. So TS Galaxy throwing away that 2-1 lead.
Oh, shame. All right, well, there you go. That's what everybody is weighing in on. The other conversation, obviously, is Fadiel Adams, and rightfully so, because he was meant to appear at the Madlanga Commission yesterday, and there's just a lot around it. So he handed in his he was subpoenaed. Appeared under subpoena at the Madlanga Commission, but he didn't begin his evidence, and the reason being is that he handed in his testimony, his affidavit, too late, after 9 o'clock, saying that he had problems with his laptop. Then Parliament came back and said, we checked the records and there was nothing wrong with your laptop, and this is the problem. So that now Parliament have go back at him and saying, definitely not. You saying it was roughly 18 months you had problems with? Absolutely no chance. We checked the records and that was not the problem. So,
they came with receipts. Yep. Parliament came with receipts. These were the problems. There were mostly connectivity issues. There was no record of your device malfunctioning and you being denied access to important information, as was the claim. So Parliament came with receipts.
Sure, it's madness. Evidence leaders said a sworn statement had originally been requested in October 2025. The commission appearance and postponement then. I mean, this has been going on for a long time, so it's
He'll be there next week, though.
He will. 19th of August. That is when we're expecting him. So let's hope that there's no excuses on that one. Okay, the Content Creator Awards. So, content creation is massive. It's become absolutely massive on social media. In fact, that's actually the conversation that's going to be happening next week in terms of, not next week, next hour on the program. So they're going to be talking to what it is that you make a living on content creating. And
that's the interesting part, because we were just talking in the news about the unemployment rate, especially among the youth. Of the 8.5 million people who are unemployed in South Africa, at least 5 million of those are young people, the youth of this country. And we have seen the youth carve out a niche for themselves in the content creation space and monetizing that and in a massive way. So incidentally, the 3 guests, as we continue to celebrate Women's Month and look at this space in particular, all 3 our guests this morning are actually into this full time. This is how they generate an income.
Yeah, it's a huge segment of the economy, which of course is also being cracked down on. So that's another challenge that they are facing. But the bottom line is that people make a living this way, and a good one. But this is over and above the trend, which is the Content Creator Awards. So they're being held in October, and apparently the nominees were announced yesterday, and public voting is open. So that's kind of the big trend at the moment on social media, and they go through who all of the nominees are and all of that stuff.
And the big thing there that most people are talking about with regard to that trend is the fact that Samsung Mobile have come on as the sponsors for these awards.
No surprise there. No surprise there. We sit with our heads in our devices creating that content as well. So that makes sense. Okay, Sharks. Sure. Sharks, not a nice night for Sharks last night. The All Blacks absolutely demolished them 54-0. It was a miserable night last night. It really was. Rain-soaked Kings Park, but so not a good match for them. In halftime, they were already 14-0 up, the All Blacks, and then they just fired ahead to finish at 54-0. So
indeed. Not a great night for the Sharks, but it really does set up, the test series against the Boks. So if this is what the All Blacks are bringing,
Yeah.
it's
They
going
bring
to
in
be
fire.
a humdinger.
Exactly.
So
And then
looking forward to that.
I think it's the Bulls coming up this weekend
Yeah.
against the All Blacks. So anyway, it's good fun and it's wonderful experience. It really is nice to have them playing around the country.